as you go up the stage, you have to just make more high-level adjustments beforehand and afterhand. And then that, for me, that makes it fun. Like if I'm sparring someone and if they just walk into my bait like so easily and I can just score so easily, like I just start laughing at them.
G'day guys, it's Shane from Karate Over Coffee. I'm here with another special guest, Tsuneari Yahiro, Australia's first Karate Olympian. Welcome aboard, buddy.
Hi Shane, nice to meet you. How are you, mate?
Good man, good. So, as we always do, mate, introduce yourself. How did you get into karate? How did you start? All of those sorts of cool things.
Yep, so I started karate when I was 9. Then I think my uncle was doing a bit of karate as an exercise and he told my dad it was good. So then one day, like, got back from school and like me and my brother were just told to like jump in the car. We just got taken into a small karate club and that was it. Yeah, that was the start of the end. Yeah.
Was it in Sydney?
That was in Sydney, yes. Yeah,
cool. Is it with your still current club?
No, it's a different club. Yeah, it was a really tiny club.
Okay.
And then I did there for like maybe 4 years and on the 4th year I joined the state team. And then the following year, we decided to, because I wanted to do better in competition, we moved to Miyaikan, and I've been there since. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how old are you now, mate?
Me, I'm 33.
33. Okay, awesome. No worries. So let's just make sure your shoulder. You dislocated a couple of weeks ago in Paris, fighting at the.
Yes.
Yeah. How is it now?
Yeah, it's good now. It's good. Yeah, I got all the movement back. My strength is coming back slowly, and just I'll see my physio once I come out of quarantine, and then just get the strength back in, so it just doesn't pop out at the Olympic Games again.
Yeah. So you're in quarantine as we speak. So as we're doing this interview, you're in quarantine in Sydney.
Yes, last day today.
Last day. Oh, mate, must be happy.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad as I thought it would be, but it's good. I want to get some fresh air.
Yeah. And how's the food been?
Food's been okay. Like there's been a couple of times where I ordered food from outside, but maybe like twice only.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they feed you. I mean, portions are quite small, but it's good. Yeah, it's not as bad. Yeah.
And most importantly, man, how's the coffee? This is a Karate Over Coffee podcast. What's the coffee situation?
Coffee situation is terrible, mate.
Oh, is it?
I've got Nescafe.
Oh, blend 43?
No, I don't think so. No.
Not even
international roast.
Oh no, that's the worst.
That's one thing, isn't it? Go out. Once I go home, I make myself a good coffee.
Yeah. Well, that international roast is all powdery. It's awful. They could have at least run for Nescafe Gold or Moccona or something.
Yeah, I think some hosts. I think Sean Ewan, the Kata representative for Australia.
Yeah,
he got a room with like coffee capsules, so he was lucky.
Oh, okay. So are you just there by yourself in the you're the only karate guy in the hotel?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, me and Chris landed at the same time, but we got put on separate buses, so
okay,
you can't really make a choice of where you're going. So we just get sent to where we're sent. Yeah.
You mean Christina Ma?
Christina Ma, yes.
Yep. Cool. No worries. Cool. Well, how did you hurt your shoulder? How did you dislocate it?
Yes, I was fighting at the Olympic qualifiers in Paris, and didn't do too much. I threw like a 1-2, and then from what my physio said, I think he kind of made an impact on when I was pulling back, and that kind of pushed it back into like a different kind of. Gave it a bit more, how can I say, like energy going backwards. And they said that probably that popped the shoulder out.
Oh, okay. Have you done that injury before?
I've never dislocated my shoulder, like other joints like fingers and stuff all the time, but never the shoulder, yeah.
Have you had problems with that shoulder before?
No problems, no.
Okay. But you'll be all sweet for in a few weeks?
Yes, should be sweet, yeah.
Yeah. So what are you're early August you're competing?
Yes, 6th of August is my debut.
Okay, cool, no worries. Do you know what the viewing viewing is going to be like? Is it going to be streamed online, or do you know how we can watch it?
I'm pretty sure it will be streamed because there's a like international like people allowed to watch. I think all events going to be streamed at quite like high volume. So
Yeah, well,
especially Friday being like the first one, I think you'll get streamed a lot.
Yeah, it should be interesting with the crowd, with the lack of crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They approved, I think, 10,000 people per venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the 10,000 pro Japanese is, you know, I was telling you earlier I was going to go and watch. I would have been your support, but unfortunately, I'll have to yell from here, mate.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Japanese crowds are probably the best anti-crowds you can have.
Yeah, most knowledgeable.
Yeah. They don't boo. They don't do too much. So
yeah,
it's actually, better than going to Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if they are allowed to make any noise with their mouth.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be like just claps.
Okay. Well, that should be interesting. Especially, the Japanese culture is a little bit more reserved, so that should be nice. But the atmosphere may be a bit odd, or could be just like every other state competition that we have in Australia, right? No crowd.
Yeah, it could be dead. Yeah.
So speaking of which, do you remember your first competition, your first tournament? How did you go?
Yeah, so it was like one of like the in-house competitions at the club that I was in. Yeah, and then I think I was only like a yellow belt, like 9th Q or 8th Q.
Yeah.
And I think and I came second.
Second,
and that was the start. Like,
was that?
I just hated it. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You hated coming second, or you hated competition?
Hated coming second. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. Was it kata or kumite?
For both. I came second in both.
Oh, okay. So the same kid?
Different kids, yeah.
Is it worse or is that better? I don't know.
I just kata wasn't too bad, but kumite, when you lost, you just feel like, I just felt like I lost. So I just hated it. Yeah.
When you're doing kata, you've got no control over your opponent, or a kumite, you get beaten.
You do get beaten.
Yeah, it's a different feeling. Have you done kata in any like state or national or Australian Opens before?
Yeah, I did do. Yeah, I did do kata until I was like 18, 19. I did both. I always did nationals and Aussie Open for kata as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How come you dropped it?
Well, I was better at kumite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
By far, and then and kata I always had James Giuliano as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh well. And what about winning many state and national tournaments, Australian Opens and so forth, and as well as representing Australia? Have you got a particularly favourite competition or tournament that you remember?
I think the most fun competition was the World Games in Taiwan.
Yep.
So that was in 2000. What was that? I think it was in 2009.
Is that when they limit the number of entries? Is it 8?
Yeah, that World Games are 8 people per category.
Yep.
But there was me, Serge, Leon.
Yep.
And James Giuliano were the 4 boys there.
Yep. All different weight. Oh, obviously.
All different weight. Yeah, but it was like the World Games is like, because there's all the other sports as well competing.
Yeah.
More
mini Olympics.
Yeah, mini Olympics for the non-Olympic sports back in the day. And it's like, it's just more fun because the whole environment, the whole city is behind you, and like it was that first time we kind of experienced that kind of crowd where you just kind of walk around the streets and people just look at you, ask for photos. Like like a pass, it means actually something when you travel overseas.
Yeah. Signing autographs.
Yeah, and that was like a really fun experience. And like, me, Leon, and Serge, James, we're like really good friends as well. So we really had a good time.
Yeah.
And that was like the most memorable competition for me.
Yeah. Were you fighting under 67 back then?
I was under 60 back then.
Under 60? Okay.
60, yeah.
Wow. And what, Serge was under 67, Leon under 75?
Yeah, so back then it was just the 5 kilo difference. It was minus 60 me.
Yeah.
And Serge was 65 and Leon was 70.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, cool. And so what are you're competing in the under 75 now?
Yes, I do compete against 75 now. Yeah.
Yep. So in the Olympics, it's just the 3 weight divisions, isn't it? So
Yes,
under 67 or under
under 67, under
Yep.
75, and over 75.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So the under 75 always been the premier event, I think anyway. So because it's going to be a small weight difference between 67 and 75. Whereas you're over 75, you can have big monsters who are 6'6". So
Yeah.
how's your weight at the moment?
Me, I sit around 73.
Okay.
Yeah, so my weight is okay. I don't need to do too much. So yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always competed in the heavyweights, mate. Never had to worry.
Don't have to worry. Yeah.
Sometimes they made me weigh in. I'm like, really? Are you sure? There's no way that I'm under 84. Not since I was like 14.
Uh-huh.
So what about location-wise? You've been to Okinawa, France, Austria. What's your favorite place? Your actual favorite location?
Favorite location in terms of city, like you can't hate France. It's a beautiful city. Food is good. Like it's the architecture is good. Like Russia was nice as well. Like in terms of like the architecture and stuff. People a bit cold. But,
the people or the weather?
People and the weather was cold. Yeah.
Yeah. And where was it?
It was I've been to St. Petersburg and Moscow. Yeah.
Okay.
They're both in my winter time, but it's a really nice city. First city is really nice. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the Russian karate, especially the kumite, has really improved the last 10, 15 years. Like,
yeah, they're very good.
They are right up there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what about so favorite place you reckon?
I like Okinawa.
Okinawa,
yeah. I would like to retire there. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh mate.
Yes.
Well, see the green things behind me? I got them from the dojo bar there.
Oh, dojo bar.
Yeah.
Good old dojo bar.
Yeah. Been there. I stayed there. I was in Okinawa for a week.
Okay, yeah.
I've been there a few times, but one solid week by myself, no family. And,
really, that would be fun. Yeah.
Well, it was straight across the road from the dojo bar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I'm taking 8 steps, I'm in the dojo bar. So yeah.
You're regular for a week then.
Oh mate, I was a bar fly for a while. Yeah. So I think I signed my name about 54 times.
Oh, okay.
And I was getting there's so many people. I end up signing it next to the urinal.
Oh really?
So yeah, I'm memorable in there anyway. So the leading up to this the Olympics, mate. What have you changed any training for it, or have you started doing any cross training, those sorts of things?
I mean, like a couple of years back, I was doing a lot of cross training, but the past 2 years, I've been working a lot with Matsuhisa Ko from Japan.
Yep.
The scorpion kick, famous scorpion kick.
Yeah,
and
monster.
He's been he's been helping me out heaps. And before the pandemic all hit, I was pretty much based in Japan and Osaka.
Okay.
And then I win all my competitions from there.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So easier base to leave anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's much closer to Europe and much closer to where else. So yeah, it's more.
Yeah.
And I speak the language, so it's kind of like really easy for me to stay.
Yeah, it's very hard for Australian athletes. We're just so far away from everything. If you really want to be a Premier League fighter, it'll cost you so much money to go to those competitions. I was talking to one of my competitors yesterday about it, and you would have to spend 50 grand minimum a year to compete, to get the points, to qualify for anything. So, it's a massive disadvantage if you're in Australia, South America. It's all Europe, Asia,
and then
based.
I think there was 22 competitions in 2.5 years initially. Yeah. That was the plan, like different locations. And we pretty much had to do all of it.
What were you doing work-wise?
Work-wise, I was doing a fair bit of work from like just on my laptop because I was helping with my dad's business. Yeah, but then pretty much just stay and live very minimal and just do work and just train and while you're back in Australia, you work your ass off.
Yeah, to save the money.
Save up a little bit extra, and then you just kind of repeat kind of process. Yeah.
So your social life is pretty minimal.
It is minimal, yeah. Well, then that's the thing. You can't have the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do something, you gotta sacrifice other stuff. But
yeah, your social life starts being your friends at the dojo and friends outside, like your karate.
Well, that's it. All I see is like I see a couple of mates that I train with. And I see them at the tracks.
Yep.
And I run and I see at the dojo, and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody really understands your training regime like your karate friends.
Yeah,
and the sacrifice.
You go through highs and lows together.
Yeah,
you become really good friends with all the karate mates. Yeah.
Yep. The injuries. Yep. The hatred of some referees, and judges. No. Just kidding.
No. It's when you go high, you're gonna always make haters.
That's right, mate. We've got plenty of haters on this show. Don't worry. What about can you run us through like a typical week of your training if you're leading up to let's say Paris Open? What would your week look like?
So if I cut out work on a day, normally get up around 8 o'clock and go for like either go to the track and I run like 6Ks or otherwise I'll do like sprints, just depending on the day. A sprint is maybe like 2 to 3 times a week, depending on my body. And then I got an hour and a half of like strength and conditioning work, which is not weights, but like more explosive work. Like, so just getting that real 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter more when you like explode from the ground.
Yep.
And then just like changing directions and like all that kind of work. And then it adds like 2 hours of karate.
What are you practicing in your karate?
Karate is just mainly techniques. So like just tactics and techniques. Like techniques is just like repetition, filming. Always got the camera on me.
Yep.
Always filming and always watching and moving. And then the rest is just tactics. More to a lot of the technique is like the tactical work is like before the actual move, like set up, what to do beforehand, how to draw, how to bait, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the repetition of techniques is huge. It's and I'm sure that's what weeds out a lot of people who don't want to keep on training, because it is repetition. It's 10,000 front fists. It's 10,000 round kicks, not 100, not 1,000. You're up against people who've been doing the same techniques. Because there's only a few. Like if you watch Agiev, for example, he doesn't have many techniques. He's just done 150,000 gyakuzuki, 150,000 reverse punches, right? So like it's just repetition. And I think people get bored and they wanted to create new techniques and new drills, but it's really there's a minimal amount of techniques to be done. It's just repetition.
Yeah, the core is repetition, and I think as you go up the stage, you have to just make more high-level adjustments beforehand and afterhand. And then that, for me, that makes it fun. Like if I'm sparring someone and if they just walk into my bait like so easily, and I can just score so easily, like I just start laughing at them, and they kind of know that they kind of fell into it.
Yeah.
And for me, that is like the beauty. It's like it's all like games for me right now. Like it's like high level, like real, not even like chess, but it's like games. Yeah, it's really games for me.
Yeah. Setting up a trap.
Yeah, setting up a trap, make them think of something else.
Yeah. What about so with your track work and your strength and conditioning? How did you come up with that plan? Was that did you have a professional physio, or how did you create that plan?
Yeah, so strength and conditioning, like the track work, I follow a lot of like boxers routines. the professional boxers because they're like the fittest people on earth for me. Yeah. So and from what I see and what I study, like, and from what I gathered information, a lot of their sprints is like the biggest engine builder.
Yeah.
Those people. So yeah. So I mix sort of like 200 to 400 when I do sprints.
Yep.
And when I run, I do like surging, like on the 400-meter track. I'll kind of like push 80% on the curves and then jog normally on the straights and like push 80% on the curves. So like body's getting used to like high heart rate and going down, high heart rate going down.
Yep.
And in terms of like the strength and conditioning work with like the exercises, I've gone a lot into like basketball.
Yep.
Yeah, because those people like just getting vertical height, changing directions quickly, like from left, right, changing like center of gravity, forward, back, left, right. They're like, again, like they're top athletes.
Yeah.
Highest level. So like I've like talked to like one of the strength and conditioning coach in the US for basketball.
Yeah.
And then he's given me a program that I can work on.
Oh, that's cool. The explosive power, explosive movement.
Yeah, but because like it's the same, we don't have time to really like bend our legs all the way.
Yeah.
Do anything like get maximum load and maximum efficiency with our muscles.
Yep.
So we're trying to work with like minimal load and then getting maximum efficiency and like people like basketball. Like for me, like people of basketball, NBA, like when I see the exercises and when I was like doing a lot of research, like those stuff are really inspiring to me. So I like touched base with one of the coaches and yeah.
Yeah. What about anything that surprised you? When you're competing.
Nothing really that's surprising, but I think the bottom line is that everyone who I've competed, most people are like really nice guys. Yeah, you kind of like figure that out while you're fighting as well. It's kind of funny. Yeah. And
well,
then,
do you have a different persona on and off the mat? Because some guys that you fight are complete psychos on the mat in the ring. They'll rip your head off, and then when you get off, they're as nice as anyone. But on the mats, are you the same person on and off?
I try not to change too much, but when I fight, I try not. I don't want to be too much of a nice guy. Yeah. I have to win, so that's my job, and I think we have to go in there for the kill. Yeah, and if I don't walk in with that mindset, I think it's impossible to actually do that.
Yeah. I'm getting a very competitive vibe off you, mate.
Yeah,
that's good. And so at the Olympics, you're one of 10.
Yep.
Right in your division. So do you know how are they? Is it 2 pools of 5? Or is it round robin? 2
pools of 5. Yeah.
And
2 pools of 5 round robin.
Yep.
And top 2 go to the final stage. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And do you know your pools yet, or?
No, we don't know our pools yet. So I think it will get announced last minute because we've got to do weigh-in and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it will be announced last minute. Yeah.
Okay. Geez, imagine if somebody doesn't weigh in properly. Do they have people on standby?
Oh, look, that's the Olympics finished.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that would be very sad. So, what about how does it feel being named Australia's first Karate Olympian and possibly the only, because karate missed out in France. I can't believe it. Like France the WKF was started in Paris, in France. And I can't believe the French Olympic Committee didn't take it. Like, you competed in the 2012 World Champs in France, in Paris. Like they were packed stadiums, man. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I think the WKF got a bit, how can I say, relaxed a little bit because
complacent?
It was France. Yeah, complacent. I think they did too much lobbying.
Yeah, right. Okay, didn't pay enough money, eh?
No, because for Japan, like they did a lot of work.
Yeah.
And the Japanese Karate Federation, like, and a couple of politicians who are like connected to like JKF.
Yeah.
Did an insane amount of work.
Yeah.
Get the JOC to push karate.
Yeah.
The Olympic Games, and I think if the French didn't do as much or more work, I think it would have been hard. Like,
I don't know what's worse, like karate not getting in or breakdancing getting in. You're like, oh God. You could call kata breakdancing, but the way it's going. But oh man, I was so disappointed. But it does look like 2032 Olympics will be in Brisbane. One of my students was on the board lobbying for it.
Okay, yep.
So I told her, hey, what about trying to get karate in? She said, oh, it's on the list. Have you you got everything packed, everything all organized? Do you know what you're taking?
Well, it's going to be like a really short trip, so it's just going to be pretty much the gear they give us. And I don't think on the village we can wear anything that's not approved by the AOC and IOC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you have your tracksuit?
I haven't got my tracksuit yet. I just got my polo and the huppy and the big boarding pass, but that's it. Yeah.
Okay. And so do you guys all fly together, or how does it work?
Yeah, I think on the way there to Japan, I think they just have like charter flights every day or second day, and we just get chucked onto one of those. And then same thing, like on the way home. I think on the way home we're flying Japan Airlines.
Okay.
But yeah, straight on a night flight in the morning we just touch down and that's it.
And do you know what? So do you go straight into not a quarantine, but straight into
quarantine again. Yeah.
Straight into quarantine in the Olympic Village.
In the Olympic Village, we're going to get taken from the airport straight to the village.
Okay.
And I think now they're saying on the playbook, they were saying the past 7 days, every day we got to get tested.
Every day, yeah. Okay.
Every day for the past week, and we're going to show negative results to fly.
Yep.
And then once we land, we get sent straight to the Olympic Village, and Olympic Village to training venue, and then Olympic Village to competition venue, and that's it. Yeah.
Okay. And so today's the 29th today. 29th of June. When do you fly out?
I think we're flying out like 1st or 2nd of August.
Okay. So you really just go there, compete, and then come back?
Pretty much, yeah. So they're saying like the earliest people can get there before the village is like 7 days or 5 days.
Okay.
Before the competition.
Yep.
And then we're going to leave within like 48 hours of the competition finish.
Okay. And Mark Golding is your coach?
Yeah, Mark Golding is the coach coming from AKF, yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. And are you wanting to meet any Australian athletes? Anybody famous? Any swimmers or?
Oh, I'd love to like mingle around, but I want to meet the NBA people.
Oh yeah. Well,
I can feel people. Yeah.
Well, you can feel them.
Yeah.
Just walk up and grab their legs, check their calves.
Check their calves. Yeah. No, I think it'll be all fun and exciting. Yeah. I just want to enjoy all of it. It's a once in a lifetime experience. So yes.
And are you able to go and watch other events, other sports?
I'm not too sure. I don't think so. Like from what I know, I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only Japanese citizens that can watch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Maybe they got seats like allocated for athletes, but we've got no idea. Like we got the IOC plan. Yeah. We also like a separate Australian Olympic Committee plan as well. So. Okay. Yeah, and the Australian Olympic Committee is like really strict with just to make sure the athletes are safe. So they're doing everything in their hands to just keep us safe. So yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, this has been great, man, because we'll have a chat when you get back as well, and
yes, definitely.
Get your thoughts on, and you have to show me your gold medal as well.
Of course, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Definitely. Cool. All right, buddy. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. Cheers, man. Thank you.
And also, next time we chat, you'll have better coffee, eh?
Yeah, if it's in quarantine, I'm too sure.
Oh yeah, probably back into quarantine. Well, to bring coffee then next time.
Yeah, I'll get my family to drop it off.
Yeah, cool. No worries. Alrighty.
Thank you. Thanks, Shane. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. And if you have any questions, make sure you let me know so we can ask Tsuneari when he gets back. But if you haven't subscribed, make sure you jump on there, subscribe, and we've also got the karateovercoffeeshop.com where you can buy your cool mugs just like mine, and I'll send one to Tsuneari as well.
Awesome. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. See ya.
See ya. Thank you.